Dead ass.
A lot of talks about being Kyle Lowry being removed, traded, given like a what they call like the Godfather trade, when like a player's with a team for so long and the team like trades him where he wants to be and also helps the team. Talking about doing that to Philly and Kyle Lowry, and what do you think that does for Philly? Does that like bring Philly ceiling higher? Are they the same team after it? And if you're if in another, the second part of that question is, if you are Toronto, would that mean you're blowing your team up and just like trying to tear it down now, or would that just maybe you making that trade to make another trade to make your team better currently? Because I could see a scenario this season where Siakam is no longer on Toronto, Lowry's I think.
So you think they're gonna blow it up?
I think the only player left could be Fred VanVleet at some point. I think everybody else could be on.
Siakam?
Yes, I think he's very tradable.
Siakam's overrated.
I think he's very tradable.
He is, but
he's being exposed.
I don't think
that one spin move can only do
being
so much.
Being exposed is averaging 27 and 5. I don't think they will get rid of him. I think Siakam and Fred VanVleet are
the future.
Yeah, that's the next Lowry and DeRozan.
I can see that. But so in terms of Philly, what do you see Lowry do for them? Because
I feel like he puts that defense over the top.
Leadership.
I think that's really where the value comes in. The leadership part.
I feel like he puts the defense over the top, because putting him with Ben Simmons and Embiid,
that would be great.
That as a trio for defensively, it helps. And plus, Kyle Lowry could spread the. He could shoot, and he could alleviate ball handling duties from Ben Simmons. So it's just a good second option to have as a secondary ball handler.
I think that Kyle Lowry isn't the player. Of course, he wasn't the player he was 2 years ago. But I think the one thing that he always got a rap for, like being like the worst All-Star and shit like that, which is funny, a joke, and it's kind of right for a while. But I would say we don't give him enough credit for what he did in that finals. Like, we keep talking about the Kawhi. That was the Kawhi Toronto team. Mm-hmm. Kawhi stopped being Superman after that Philly series. Like, everyone thinks like, oh, the whole playoffs he was just this monster winning series by himself. After the Philly series, he got really hurt. I don't know what happened to him. He had something wrong with his leg, and like he was good still, but he slowed down. Yeah. VanVleet, Lowry, Siakam, those boys stepped up. All of them, Marc Gasol, all of them stepped up. Kawhi was not that good in that finals. Like, Kyle Lowry could have stole that finals. Like, of course, the numbers may have been there, but just like the things he was doing, like taking charge, all of that. Like, they really led that team to that finals. So a team like Philly, who struggles with like just having like that championship DNA, a bunch of young guys just still trying to figure it out, he could be that final piece for them right there. Like, yo, I know how to do this. Follow me. You two are the best players, but follow me. I will show you how to get there, but y'all will do the heavy lifting. I think that could be like their best. That actually be the best option for him. Besides Philly, what do y'all think would be a good landing spot for Kyle Lowry?
Clippers.
The Clippers?
That's scary.
Yes, that is scary. That is actually the perfect situation.
They're a league guard away from being
arguably the favorites.
Yeah.
They're arguably the favorites. Like, I think as long as you have Anthony Davis, like in the LeBron, you kind of always the favorite. Like, even with the Nets, and KD my guy, but like LeBron and AD, like you kind of always the favorites every time the season starts. So, but I think Kyle Lowry going to either of those teams makes them the favorite in their division, like in their conference. Like, if he goes to Philly, because the thing too is Ben Simmons can still be a lead ball handler and he'd be a secondary ball handler because he can knock down shots, and you can run a nice pick and roll with him and Ben Simmons, and it's still able to throw the ball down to Embiid. There's so much you could do there.
That's scaring me.
Exactly, that's a scary team. And with the Clippers, I look at it more like
that's the one position they need.
You take such a workload off of Kawhi because he no longer has to find everybody on offense. You have a point guard now. So, like, if Kawhi gets 5 assists now, it's just extra. It doesn't have to be your actual best playmaker now. Yeah. So, I'm going to go to... Me, personally, I would like to see him in Philly. One, he's from Philly. He went to Villanova. It's the whole Philly ties. He's a Philly dude. But I think that Ben Simmons and Embiid will learn from it so much more. I think PG is who he is at this point. Kawhi is who... Like, PG would have been better off with LeBron, honestly, because he needs a leader. You know what I'm saying? And I think Kawhi is who he is at this point, but he needs someone like Lowry just to, like... they played together, too. They played together in Toronto, so it was more like, I know what you do. You do you, I'm going to do me. Yeah. And it could be a perfect situation. But we have to we got to look out for that, because I think... But, who? I mean,
Dallas.
I was thinking that, but...
Dallas doesn't...
That's a win-now move.
It is, but do they have anything to give up to get Kyle Lowry?
Porzingis.
That's
Without Porzingis, like
If I'm Dallas, I don't do
trio.
that.
You have to keep that trio together to make any
yeah,
kind of.
exactly.
Who else making big money? Tim Hardaway.
Josh Richardson, pack his ass up.
Send
What are
him
you
back.
talking about? Send him
I
back.
forgot about him.
Send them back to the East. Go back.
Send him.
Josh was just sending a few things.
Go back to the
Yeah.
Atlantic Division.
But I do think that Kyle Lowry. Everyone's talking about Bradley Beal being like deciding factor for like whoever gets him, but I think Kyle Lowry could be the one to really push a team because. Like Brad Beal gonna be harder to trade. You had to give up more to trade for him, so you're gonna like gut your team in effect to get him, unless you're doing all draft picks.
That's like 6 first.
Yeah, and some swaps. So that's the Bradley. But Kyle Lowry, you could get him for the cheap, like reasonably cheap, and can help any team immediately. Because it'd be like when Denver got Chauncey. It kind of just give you somebody with pedigree. Like we got pedigree. We can get as far as we possibly ever got with this team.
That's a good combo.
Yeah.
I feel like at this stage of Kyle Lowry's career, it's like getting a more premium version of like Mike Conley. Like you're gonna get a veteran point guard that can still produce now, and help out. But I said premium because he's better than Mike. He's better than Mike Conley. Like he's a premium version of it. So it's like he could help the younger guys. He can glue a team
Who
together.
better than Mike Conley? Kyle Lowry?
Yeah,
That's a good comp because they was actually like on the same team at one point.
they were.
They were both Memphis Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies picked Mike Conley. So you might be right.
I got Kyle.
I'm
Lowry.
not sure though.
As hindsight's 2020.
I don't agree if Kyle Lowry is if Mike Conley is better than Kyle Lowry.
It's just that Kyle Lowry's narrative is kind of.
It's bigger. It's louder. You know, he's actually did things in the NBA.
Because he went through more shit. Like he went through more adversity. Did not say it through Mike Conley. Like he went through playoff series, getting all of the slander.
And Kyle Lowry was like at a weird point in his NBA. I remember. You remember the old Slam magazines? Slam used to do a rookie diary, and the first one I remember reading was Kyle Lowry's, and then he had like the weirdest career as a rookie. Like he was in Houston, that mad love Memphis. He was in Memphis. Memphis was like, nah, he ain't that good. Packed him off, sent him off to Houston. Daryl Morey saw like a gem in him. Like I got like Kyle Lowry for cheap, and then like there's all these little things that happened behind the Kyle Lowry going from Memphis to Toronto. How much things in the NBA changed off of just that move alone. So Kyle Lowry narrative always been bigger than Mike Conley. Mike Conley's like a quiet dude.
Yeah.
Dad was a coach. He a good kid. You know what I mean? He don't talk back. Kyle Lowry, he a kid from Philly, fat. You know what I'm saying? He love fuck with that shit. You know what I mean? The hood love a fat basketball player.
That's facts. I don't know what it is.
But